Hello, everyone. It's 3rd of April, another first Monday of the month, and it's the two Ondrejs again. I hope that you're used to us now. We've been doing this for over 1.5 years, but this time I got a big question to ask to Ondrej. What happened with your beard?
Yeah, I just needed a restart. I started to look a little bit older than you, so I needed to make it equal.
Cool. That's fair. That's fair. I'm a bit older than you. Yeah. So that's all what we have for you this time.
And goodbye.
we can wrap this up now. Let's see what we have this time from the Kontent.ai community. A lot of things happen in March, and we already have April. And in a month we have a Reactathon, the first conference. Well, actually not the first. First one was NDC in London,
Yes.
But first in spring, let's say. So we've got a lot to talk about, and we again want to keep it under 10 minutes. So let's jump right to it.
Cool.
What's the first thing that we have on the list?
The first two things actually are your two articles.
Nice.
You can pop them up and you can speak a little bit about them. So let's pop it up.
Sure. So the first article is about how to test cookies with end-to-end tests and Playwright. Now, using the end-to-end tests is a logical thing when you're working on a website project, because you start with unit tests, integration tests, and end-to-end actually tests the whole thing. We started testing cookies when we needed to add some landing pages that actually add some functional cookies to your browser, and we wanted to be sure that it works every time. So we added a little Playwright test, and we stumbled upon a few issues. So I actually summarized all of them in a blog post. And I would encourage everyone to start using Playwright. It's a really great tool. It really gives you confidence that your website is working. We do it on every pull request. Everything is in the article. So hope you like it.
Yeah, and I can see that Playwright is basically taking over the other frameworks, and most of the people that I know are switching to it. So it's nice. Even though if you're not using Playwright, you can just walk through the article and use your end-to-end testing framework, and you can accommodate the approach itself.
Yeah.
Basically check the cookies, which is important because in this time of the GDPR and the cookies policies, you need to have them sorted out, and you need to have the flexibility in that.
True. Yeah. Right. And the other article is actually about const assertion. So this is something that's been in TypeScript for over 2 years now, and I had no idea. I stumbled upon this, I think, like 3 months ago when we had a specific problem that we needed to solve. And I actually started to really like it because it helps with type safety, with readability of code, with debugging a lot. So what I did is I actually tried to explain it in a really simple language, and then provided 2 examples of how we use asconst in our own project, what the actual use case is, and how it translates into using TypeScript in your normal code. So I hope that this brings some clarity, and the developers start using it, because we've started using that, and it's simplified a lot of things for us.
Yeah, and I think we already have it implemented in the model generator for TypeScript.
Yeah.
So if you generate it, if you generate your model, then you have the let's say usability of the IntelliSense much easier.
Yeah,
you just
absolutely.
Hit Control space or Command space if you're using Apple, and you can see the actual values, not just this is a string.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now it really helps in a lot of ways. So let's start. Those are 2 my hopefully this month, if I get enough time to do that. What's the next thing on the list?
The next thing is AI and ChatGPT on IMTech Meetup, and that happened in March. I'm not sure what date.
I think it was 29th.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unfortunately couldn't attend. But at least I'm wearing the sweatshirt from the IMTech brand. And actually, every meetup they are giving out this swag. So if you want one too, then make sure to attend next time. Now this time it was about ChatGPT AI and how you can use it in real life and in your daily job. Next time it's gonna be about women in tech. Now I really like those. Ilash is doing that, I think, every year. And it's really insightful to see, the stories of some women that are already in tech. It's really cool to hear, and I hope that we're gonna get some Kontent.ai speakers there too this time.
Yeah, like we have many women, so the thing is just to give them the space in the meetup.
Yeah, absolutely.
It will happen. Yeah.
So yeah, make sure to subscribe to that one. And let's move on to a next topic.
Yeah, which is mine. I think we are in a half, so maybe today we'll be able to
We'll
make
make it.
under 5 minutes.
Nice.
So let's jump straight to it. My team, specifically Jiří was working on the translation management system guide. We have been trying to make these guides as honest as possible. So it's basically for developers. You don't want to read the fluff around. This is the honest translation guide where you can see what you need to pay attention when you are implementing the integration with translation service, how you define the entity you want to translate, how to configure it, what are the ways, what are the benefits and pros and cons for all of the things or all of the ways you can choose from. So this is one of the guides that we are currently rewriting. So that one is already finished. And I think we have one in pipeline for the next week, which is about search. So we will rewrite the search tutorial, which is right next to it. So
no, I like this because these topics, they come up a lot in discussions at conferences or with potential clients. So this is a really great resource, and I like to see it, in our docs. And I'm looking forward to the search one because that's another big topic.
Yeah, and that's basically why we did it, because everybody is asking about it. So you explain it over and over again. So now you can just send them the link. There are pretty nice diagrams and tables, so it's pretty robust, and you can just go through it very quickly.
Cool. So that's intro translations, and next on the list is
CLI.
CLI.
We have been talking about CLI with our MVPs since September. Was it? So we have basically stumbled on a couple of things that might be interesting for the people. One of the things that we already released is the timestamp support. So if you have your migrations, you don't really up until now it was just order. So integer was defining the order of the items. Now you can use timestamps. So you can actually see the time that you have been creating or implementing the migration, and then you can just say, okay, let's run these 5 migrations between 2nd of October until the end of the year or something like that, which brings much more clarity what you have been doing and how. Yeah, and we have a lot of issues currently submitted in the repository that we are trying to fix. Currently, we are ending the support for status.json, so you can basically plug in your functionality where you want to start JSON. So you are not really tied to the status.json saved in your file system. You can just implement two functions and store it, for example, in Firebase or wherever you want.
Right, and I like that you mentioned issues on the GitHub repo. I know that this is the preferred way for people to submit, their requests and questions and problems. Is there some kind of a SLA that people know that you will get back to them in 2 days or something like that?
Yeah. For all of our Kontent.ai repositories, we have a 5 working day policy. So if you submit an issue, doesn't matter if it's a bug or just a question, because sometimes you can use issues just to basically discuss the things, how you should implement it. So we'll get back to up until 5 days.
Now this is great because my pull request that's on jamstack.org page, where I'm just trying to rename our CMS to Kontent.ai, has been there for months without any any love from the maintainers. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we are sometimes using issues just as the placeholders for the functionality, and we are basically getting the feedback from there. So there are also a couple of issues that are just the issues for RFPs.
Okay. And the last thing, is there the last thing
Yes.
on our agenda? Nice.
Let's wrap it up.
Cool. Okay.
This is one cool integration or custom element that one of my colleagues created. It's integration with diagrams.net. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Before it was called Draw.io. Now it's diagrams.net, where you can create diagrams pretty easily. And we have had integration with that with our customer portal. But for example, these diagrams are made with that. But Jirka created a custom element that allows you to embed it, the diagrams.net right into Kontent.ai. So then you have your diagram visible in the Kontent.ai. If you need to edit it, you click a button, it will open up the new tab. You can edit it as you want. Then it's automatically saved to the CMS.
Nice. Okay.
And yeah, I haven't seen this approach before, that you are basically doing something in a separate window or tab,
Mhm.
and it's automatically communicating via custom element API and the post messages. This is really interesting, and I think we'll use that approach for more custom elements in the future.
That's really interesting. And I think, if you guys are new to custom elements, there's also a new video by Matt Nealt, our MVP. He described like a guide to custom elements. He describes it on a very simple example, but I like his nice, slow, and calm voice. So he makes it really understandable. So we're linked that in the description as well. Yeah, so you can take a look.
Yeah, I can just click through it. It's pretty
Yeah.
easy. It will show how to make a pretty basic custom element, but it's a really good start. And it basically explains the
Yeah.
basics and skip the boring part of reading documentation again.
Exactly. And we have a one live viewer that's interacting. It's Rocky actually.
Oh, hey.
Shelter in. So hello, good to see you, and enjoy your trip. Rocky's going for a month to Mexico now. So enjoy your trip. Be safe. And yeah, I think that's a wrap, isn't it?
Yeah, that's wrap up.
Sweet. Okay, so it was great to see you guys, or for you to see us because we can't see you. But let us know how you liked it on Discord. We're there 24/7 pretty much.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, have a great April, and we'll see you next time in a month.
That's true. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.